Regret has a way of sneaking in, doesn't it? It doesn't knock politely or announce itself. It simply appears, uninvited, and settles into the corners of the mind like an unwelcome guest. It lingers, whispering reminders of mistakes, missteps, and missed chances. For them, regret isn't just a passing thought. It's a constant echo, a cruel soundtrack playing in the quiet moments when distractions fade away. Their reality now, a life of relentless comparison. Every smile they see, every voice they hear, every new hand they hold, it all falls short because they can't help but measure it against you. And the harsh truth they can't escape, nothing feels the same. Regret thrives in this space, feeding on their memories, turning even their happiest moments hollow. What once felt like control has transformed into a void they can't fill. They replay their choices, questioning every moment that led to your absence, only to realize it wasn't an accident. It was their own doing. And that's the cruelest part of regret. It doesn't just remind them of what they lost. It shows them, again and again, how much they took for granted. They thought you were replaceable. Now, they're haunted by the truth. You were one of a kind, and nothing will ever quite compare. Isn't it ironic how they never saw your value until it was too late? They thought you were like everyone else, a fleeting presence, a replaceable chapter in their story. But now, as they stumble through new connections, they're confronted with the truth that cuts deeper than they'd ever admit. There's no one like you. They underestimated you, didn't they? They saw your kindness as ordinary, your loyalty as something owed rather than a gift. They thought your patience was endless and your presence permanent. But here's the twist. They miscalculated. They mistook your love for weakness and overlooked the strength it took for you to give so much of yourself. Now, every relationship they try to build feels shallow, every bond flimsy compared to the depth they once had with you. They search for pieces of you in others, the warmth of your touch, the strength of your support, the comfort of your laughter, but all they find are echoes, shadows of what they had and lost. And that's the lasting impact of your uniqueness. You set a standard they'll never escape, a benchmark no one else can meet. Every new face reminds them of the treasure they let slip through their fingers. They aren't just haunted by your absence. They're haunted by the realization that they'll never find another you. And that, my friend, is a truth they'll carry forever. Regret doesn't just knock on the door of the mind. It seeps into every corner of their being, doesn't it? Like a slow-spreading toxin, it infiltrates their thoughts, their emotions, their very soul. It's not just a fleeting feeling. It's a weight, a shadow, an ache that follows them everywhere. At first, they try to ignore it. They distract themselves with new faces, new routines, new promises that this time will be different. But the truth always finds them in the quiet moments, in the middle of the night, when there's no one left to blame. They're forced to sit with it, to wrestle with the memories of what they had and what they lost. And here's where it twists even deeper. It doesn't just affect them. Their regret spills over, infecting every relationship they try to build. Every laugh feels forced, every connection hollow, because they can't stop comparing. The standard you set looms large, a constant reminder that no one else quite measures up. They live with the knowledge that this isn't some random twist of fate. It's their choices, their actions, their selfishness that led to the loss. And now, They're trapped in a cycle of longing and despair, watching from the sidelines as you rise higher, untouchable, while they drown in the bitter poison of their own realization. Freedom has a strange way of feeling both terrifying and exhilarating, doesn't it? When you chose to walk away, it wasn't just an act of leaving, it was liberation. You freed yourself from the weight of their toxicity, from the endless games, the constant disappointments. And with that choice came something extraordinary. Space to grow, to heal, to thrive. While they're stuck in the shadows of regret, replaying their missteps, you've stepped into the light of possibility. Their entrapment in their own guilt and longing is their burden to bear, not yours. You've shed that weight, and in doing so, you've reclaimed your energy, your focus, your joy. Every step forward has taken you closer to the life you deserve, a life filled with peace, growth, and fulfillment. The contrast couldn't be clearer. While they're haunted by what they've lost, you're embracing everything you've gained. Clarity, strength, and the freedom to create a future without their shadows looming over you. And here's the irony. The very pain they caused has become the foundation of your strength. Their toxicity tried to break you, but instead, it fueled your rise. Now, as they remain chained by their regret, you soar above it all, untouchable and radiant. You've not just moved on. You've evolved, and nothing could be more freeing than that. Revenge doesn't have to be loud, does it? The sweetest kind isn't about anger or retribution. It's about living well, thriving beyond their reach. That's where the true poetry lies. While they're tangled in the web of their own regret, you've quietly redefined the narrative. You've turned their betrayal into your resilience, their underestimation into your strength, your happiness, your success. It's not just a testament to your growth. It's a spotlight on their mistakes. Every smile you wear, every accomplishment you achieve is a reminder of what they let slip away. They thought they held the power, but by choosing yourself, you've rewritten the rules. And here's the irony. They thought they were irreplaceable in your story, but it turns out they were just a chapter, a lesson you've learned and left behind. Your self-worth, your ability to rise above, is what truly terrifies them. Not because of what you've done, but because they know they'll never reach the version of you they see now. The future you're building is bold, bright, and untouchable. A world they'll never be part of. And that contrast, that stark difference between your thriving and their regret, is the ultimate justice. You didn't just move on, you soared. And that's a victory no one can take away from you.